Let's be honest, the 80s rocked for many reasons, including all the hit movies, such as Mommy Dearest. A part of that film's success is Rutanya Alda, and she played Carol Ann. It's so nice to have you on the show.
Oh, thank you so much. It's lovely being here in Denver. Last night I did interview, Q&A with wonderful people that turned out with Walter Chow.
Great.
Was hosting it with Steve Bissett at the Alamo Draft House.
Oh, that's
and
wonderful.
Tonight I am with Chris Laufelmacher at the Denver Public Library.
Yes.
For a book
signing. You can meet her in
reading.
person at 7 to 9 tonight,
Yeah.
and I'll give you that number to call to RSVP at 720-865-1206, okay? We'll have more information about that in just a few
Great.
moments. How would you describe your character, Carol Ann, in Mommy Dearest?
Very loyal, very much in love with Joan.
Yes.
I think of the young kids today that have the posters of their rock stars and people that are really important in their lives. I think in that generation it was all about the movie stars, and people would have photos of movie stars. I mean, I sent away for photos of movie stars. You know,
Of course, you would write pen letters, yeah.
Pen letters, and you'd send in your dollar or whatever it was for them to return it. And I think for me, Carol Ann was like a super fan of Joan Crawford, and in fact, one of the scenes that was cut that really introduces that, when she's hanging around a Metro and she's continual autograph seeker, but just of Joan.
My goodness.
And so one day Joan gets to know her, so Joan says, "Would you like to come work for me?" And Carol Ann said, "Oh, that's my dream come true." That was a scene that was cut, unfortunately.
So, but that's true to life,
But
true to form.
yeah.
How did you prep yourself for Carol Ann?
Well, I had to think about, what does it mean to love someone so much that no matter what they do, you will continue to love them and you'll be loyal to them. And that's really the ultimate kind of loving person in your life. And I thought, no matter what she does, I have to justify it, and I have to say, well, she's having problems at the studio. She doesn't really mean it. She just is.
How was she in person? Did you get along with her?
Faye?
Yes.
Faye Dunaway was very, very complex woman and very, very difficult to work with. I think, having said that, though, I think she's fantastic in the film.
Right.
I love her performance in the film. I love the fact that she took it over the top, and I think without that performance, it wouldn't have been the movie it is today. So, I mean, I think I just love the work.
And here's the great part. You kept a journal with you at work on the set. Why did you decide to do that?
Well, at the time, my husband faced serious drug addiction problems. And then I was facing a lot of challenges on the set from Miss Dunaway. So I felt like I was in between, trying to balance myself with two emotional issues. And I found the only way I could deal with it is to journal it. And that sort of balance.
It was therapy for you.
It was therapy.
And now
Yeah.
that led to the book, The Mommy Dearest Diary. Do you have most of the journal in the book?
It's all in the book.
Okay.
I mean, my son, who edited it and did a beautiful job, had me do things in parentheses sometimes to explain what I put in shorthand, so to speak, so it made sense. But I journaled it from actually the audition to the call from Frank Perry on Christmas Day saying I got the part.
Oh, my goodness.
To flying in to Los Angeles on January 1, and then I'm in the last shot, which is, I think, second week of April, we finish.
And all of your thoughts, all of your emotions
Yes.
while filming, the excitement of getting the job, and then also dealing with your personal life.
Yes.
It's all in the book. And the exciting part is you'll have a chance to meet Rutanya tonight, 7 to 9. You're going to be at Denver Central Library.
Yes.
And you're going to be autographing books?
I'll have books for sale. I'll be autographing them, and I'll be talking. I'll be actually reading from my book first. So then if somebody wants to buy it, of course, I'll love it.
Of course, yes. You have to pick up this book. It's
Yeah.
really interesting. And it also talks about some of your other relationships in Hollywood, too,
Yes.
and who you hung out with, famous people. Why did you decide to take that journal out of the lockbox and turn it into a book now?
Well, it was because really it turned into such a cult film, and I really had never intended to publish it. It was my personal feelings, my personal thoughts, but the audience, especially in the gay community, has been so supportive of this movie, and I did little venues where people were really interested, but the big aha moment came at the Castro Theater in San Francisco when 1,800 people bought tickets, and I read from my diary, and there was such a wave of, it hit me that, well, this wave of love and support. Also, they were fascinated by that. They wanted
you're opening
more.
up. You're opening up
Yeah.
your real life. And why do you think people are fascinated with the movie and now the book?
No, I think people are fascinated with Joan Crawford as this huge movie star that's had a 50-year career, and she was a very strong woman. She had to be a strong woman to survive, and I think people are interested in that kind of survival and that kind of stardom that I don't think exists anymore. I mean, I think we have stars now, but
not the old Hollywood glamour.
Hollywood glamour
It was
stars.
such a pleasure to have you on the show and
Thank
meet
you
you in
so
person.
much.
You're a sweet
Thank
lady.
you.
Wonderful to meet you. You can meet Rutanya Alda tonight, 7 to 9 at Denver Central Library, Level B2 Conference Center. That's at 14th and Broadway. And seating is limited, so reserve your spot. Call right now, 720-865-1206. Again, that number to RSVP is 720-865-1206 or online at denverlibrary.org/fresh. And do pick up the book. It's a wonderful read.